EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They're back home after flying to and losing in London last weekend.
Always a tough travel week. All the distractions. You know that they're happy to be back in their own building, but that was not a trip to remember.
On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago, so we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The rushing totals for Dobbins last week. 15 carries, 76 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now it's Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Broncos at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they're back home after flying to and losing in London last weekend.
And you and I both know, always a tough travel week with all the distractions. And you'd love to have the week off afterward, but that's not the case here. At the very least, you know they're happy to be back in their own building, but that was certainly not a trip to remember.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm being given much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Nix to the air. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's third and goal now, back at the 11. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
For the Broncos field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. But you look at this Bronco defense, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have a Giants 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. On play action, here's Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there of 22.
Giants 1st down. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Giants.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dart. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Nix. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This is taken at the 18. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing, dart. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Dart. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw now, Dart. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins to about the 26 here.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll get that complete to Franklin. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are once again back in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. They'll hand it to Tracy. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Giants.
Now Dart.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Dart going up the throw here.
Johnson's got it complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 7. Throwing his Dart. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
they brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Nix once more. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Nix from the shotgun. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Shifts by him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he's going to step up and run. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. To throw is Dart. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North. And this is Jamar Chase. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 74 yards to the end zone. The Bengals get win number 4 on the season. They come away with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And the Broncos first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. Do it for myself.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. 19.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Third down, here's Tracy. Spinning away. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Play action now. Dart. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
Second and 4 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, Dart. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Dart. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. Denver's offense now set to go. This offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. To throw is Nix. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hyatt there to grab it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
At the 43-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the give, it's Tracy. And he works free. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They've had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw now. Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
13 yards on the play.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Jackson Dart, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Giants 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
To throw, here's Nix. They'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
So you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Ready. Buddy.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Almost set. Ready. Buddy.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Almost set. Ready. Buddy.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Almost set. Ready. Buddy.
One more time with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. To the air, Dart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
It brings up third down.
Here's Tracy. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 44.
Throwing, dart. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's another Giants first down.
Here's Dart. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
It's second down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. We'll try. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Dart. This is down the field for Bellinger. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Giants first down. First and goal, Giants.
Singletary will take it in for the Giants touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
At the 25-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Nix. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hold my set. Ready. My knees.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hold my set. Ready. My name is Hunt.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hold my set. Ready. My name is Hunt.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants. Down by 9. 35 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Here's Dart. He connects with Hyatt. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing his Dart. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out on this ball game. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their 2nd-year quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for the Broncos, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.